Ancient soil hack that feeds microbes and revives dead soil in days. Healthy soil is alive. It breathes, it pulses with microscopic life, and it forms the backbone of every thriving garden. But when soil goes dead, stripped of microbes, compacted and starved of organic matter, plants struggle, crops turn weak, and yields drop. Here's the good news. An ancient trick recently rediscovered by modern gardeners can bring soil back to life in just a matter of days. The secret lies in feeding the microbes, not the plants. Because when the soil food web wakes up, everything above ground transforms. This soil hack is simple, effective and affordable. It doesn't require expensive fertilizers or long waiting times. Instead, it uses natural ingredients that trigger explosive microbial activity, restoring fertility almost overnight. Let's dive in and uncover how you can use this ancient knowledge to revive your dead soil and supercharge your garden. Why soil microbes are the true engine of growth? Most people think plants feed directly on fertilizers, but in reality, it's microbes that do the heavy lifting. These microscopic organisms break down organic matter, unlock nutrients trapped in minerals, and deliver them in plant-available form. When soil microbes die or go dormant due to chemicals, erosion or compaction, soil becomes little more than dust. Reviving dead soil isn't about dumping more fertilizer. It's about rebuilding life. Once microbes return, they improve soil structure, increase water retention, and create a natural nutrient cycle that keeps plants thriving without constant outside input. This is exactly where the ancient hack comes in. The ancient fermented microbial booster. Gardeners centuries ago discovered that fermented plant and animal products, when diluted and applied to soil, acted like a microbial ignition switch. This is essentially an early form of what we call today a biofertilizer or microbial inoculant. The process feeds existing microbes, introduces beneficial ones, and rapidly multiplies life underground. The most effective version of this method uses fresh manure molasses and water. Together, these ingredients create a living brew teeming with beneficial bacteria, fungi and actinomycetes, the exact organisms your soil is begging for. The exact formula that revives dead soil, well, it's actually pretty simple. To make this ancient microbial booster at home, here's the precise recipe. Take 2 kilograms of fresh animal manure, cow, goat or chicken works best. Add 2 tablespoons of unsulfured molasses and mix it all into 10 litres of clean water in a bucket or container. Stir well to dissolve the molasses and allow the mixture to breathe by loosely covering it with cloth. Then, just leave it to ferment for 5 to 7 days, giving it a good stir once a day. During this period, microbes from the manure and sugars from the molasses multiply at an incredible speed. The mixture becomes a living inoculant, capable of transforming even the deadest soil patches into thriving microbial ecosystems. After fermentation, dilute 1 litre of the liquid brew in 5 litres of water before applying. Pour it directly onto your soil around plant roots or over empty beds to prepare them for planting. Within days, microbial activity returns and the soil begins to soften, darken and, well, smell alive again. The magic lies in how this simple formula reawakens life. The molasses feeds fast-growing bacteria, which in turn release compounds that stimulate fungal networks. The manure provides a diverse microbial population, along with nitrogen, phosphorus and micronutrients. When poured into the soil, these microbes colonize root zones, breaking down old organic matter and releasing nutrients. Within just a few days, you'll notice improved soil texture. Hard, compacted ground starts loosening as microbial byproducts create natural glues that form stable soil aggregates. Plants begin showing deeper green foliage as roots access nutrients they couldn't reach before. What was once lifeless dirt starts behaving like living earth again. Composting is excellent, but it takes weeks or months before organic matter is fully broken down and ready for use. This fermented booster shortcuts the process. By introducing already active microbes in liquid form, you bypass the waiting period and flood your soil with life immediately. Think of it as, well, a probiotic drink for the earth. It goes straight to work instead of just sitting around to decompose. This is why, ancient farmers swore by fermented brews. They didn't have synthetic fertilizers, yet somehow they managed to cultivate fertile land generation after generation. The right way to apply for maximum results is actually pretty simple. The best time to apply is late afternoon or early evening, when the sun is not too strong. This helps prevent UV rays from killing those sensitive microbes before they settle into the soil. And don't forget to water the area lightly before application. This reduces shock and helps those tiny organisms penetrate deeper. If you're working on completely barren soil, go ahead and apply once every 3 days for about 2 weeks to really jumpstart life. But for soils that just need a little boost, applying once weekly is plenty to maintain activity. You'll quickly notice, richer colour in your plants and healthier, more resilient growth. So, what can you expect in just a few days? Well, gardeners often report visible results within 5 days. Soil that once felt hard and lifeless turns crumbly and easy to dig, and weeds and weak plants give way to vigorous crops with stronger stems and greener leaves. Earthworms, which had disappeared, begin returning, signalling that the soil food web is re-establishing itself. The smell is another giveaway. Dead soil smells dusty or sour, but revived soil gives off a sweet, earthy aroma. That scent is the perfume of microbial life at work, a sign your garden has shifted back into balance. Long-term benefits of microbial revival, well, they really start to shine once you've reintroduced microbial life using this hack. Your soil, it begins to sort of self-sustain, Each season, organic matter breaks down quicker, roots grow deeper, and water drains more effectively, all while still holding on to moisture right where your plants need it most. Over time, you'll start to notice you just don't need as much in the way of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Healthy soils, they naturally suppress those disease-causing organisms and, honestly, provide balanced nutrition all on their own. What you're building here isn't just a fertile garden for this season. It's a resilient ecosystem, one that keeps paying you back year after year. One application can work wonders, but the real power lies in consistency. By making this microbial brew part of your regular garden routine, you ensure that soil life never dies back again. Just like people need regular meals to stay strong, soil microbes thrive on steady feeding. Keeping them alive means your plants will always have an invisible army working for them underground. So here's the takeaway for gardeners. Reviving dead soil doesn't require chemicals, expensive amendments or complicated systems. It really just means going back to the roots, literally, by feeding the tiny life forms that make soil what it's meant to be. This ancient fermented formula is simple enough for beginners, yet, powerful enough to impress even seasoned gardeners. When you treat your soil as a living community instead of just an empty medium, you'll discover that fertility, resilience and abundance, well, they follow naturally. Try this hack, and you'll not only revive your soil in just a few days, you'll set your garden on a path of lasting health. Now here's a final call to action. If you found this guide valuable and want to keep unlocking powerful gardening secrets like this, make sure to subscribe to Growth Hub Central. Share this video with fellow gardeners who might be struggling with poor soil, and let's spread the knowledge that healthy soil means healthy food, healthy people, and a healthier planet.